Man, I already saw a gorgeous 50th anniversary Shelby Daytona coupe, and I can't imagine things getting any better than that. But if I know Shelby, they are great at topping themselves. I can't wait to see what's next.
Spun right out of the legendary Pawn Stars series on the History Channel, Counting Cars hit the ground running. Since its 2012 launch, the show has been an electrifying showcase of sleek hot rods and badass choppers, all under the roof of Count's Kustoms garage. Running for 10 seasons, with the last one debuting in 2021. Despite rumors of an 11th season, there have been no new episodes from the crew at Count's Kustoms, leaving fans to wonder, has history axed the show? Join us as we take you through the rise and fall of Counting Cars.
This car that's been running around town I've had my eye on, I need to find out a little bit more about it. Well, not only did I get to meet with the owner, but I convinced him to let me take this beautiful baby home with me. So now I'm gathering up the boys, I'm gonna fill them in on the master plan for this ride.
Born in Cleveland, Ohio in 1964, Danny Coker was practically destined for the spotlight. With a musician and a devout father at his side, Danny quickly found his place in the family band, the Coker Family Singers. But the stage called him beyond familial ties. He soon rocked the scene with his own band, Count 77. His rise to stardom began early, hitting a high note at 11 when he performed at the prestigious Carnegie Hall. Music ran deep in the Coker family, but practicality demanded a backup, so Danny's dad took a steady job at Ford Motor Company in Detroit. His father's influence, the hum of engines, and the scent of motor oil sparked Danny's second passion, cars. Immersed in the world of gears and grease, he taught himself the ins and outs of automobiles, eventually wheeling and dealing in the automobile market. Soon after, Danny headed to Vegas to make a life for himself. Here, he crossed paths with Rick Harrison, the brain behind the renowned gold and silver pawn shop and the hit show Pawn Stars. Danny didn't take long to carve out his niche in the limelight and snag the nickname The Count, setting the stage for his leap into reality TV fame. But little did the Count know that this was just the beginning. Before Danny Coker became a household name with Counting Cars, he made frequent guest appearances as a car expert on Pawn Stars. His pal, Rick Harrison, identified Danny Coker's undeniable charisma during a few guest stints on Pawn Stars and knew right away that he had star material. After several appearances on Pawn Stars, Harrison kept pushing Danny to go for more, and that's what Danny did. He launched his own show, Counting Cars, a spin-off centered on Count's Kustoms, a garage business that Danny has owned since the 80s. Taking a cue from other reality TV shows in the niche, Counting Cars trails Coker and his crew as they meticulously restore and enhance classic cars and motorcycles. It debuted on August 13, 2012, right after Pawn Stars, quickly finding its groove and settling into a regular Tuesday slot from the following day. The series kicked off on August 13, 2012, piggybacking on the popularity of Pawn Stars, and quickly settled into its regular Tuesday slot. Initially, the production helm was managed by History's Zachary Burr and Julian Hobbs, alongside Letfield Pictures' powerhouse trio Britt Montgomery, David George, and Sean Witt. Joel Patterson played a pivotal role, stepping in as the show's creator and co-executive producer. By 2012, the executive production team saw some changes. Ed DeRavage joined Burr at History, while Tom Romita and Jonathan Witch came aboard as co-executive producers with the Letfield team. The production squad expanded again in early 2015, with Simon Thomas stepping in as another co-executive producer for Letfield and Sean Moran taking over Romita's previous responsibilities. This evolving team worked tirelessly behind the scenes, fueling Counting Cars' engine to ensure it captured the imagination of motor enthusiasts everywhere. No one could have predicted the massive success of a car-themed reality show on the History Channel, yet Counting Cars did just that. It was more than just some form of entertainment for gearheads. The show captivated a broad audience by blending spectacular vehicles and top-notch mechanic work with doses of drama, comedy, and heartfelt moments. This formula not only entertained, but also propelled the show to stardom. The cast members, thanks to their genuine skill and charismatic screen presence, rode this wave of popularity to fame and fortune. As the show gained traction, a dedicated fan base emerged, eager for every behind-the-scenes whisper and on-screen spectacle, real or embellished. While Counting Cars did indulge in the typical reality TV flair for the dramatic, fabricating certain elements for entertainment, it always stayed within its core of showcasing natural talent and authentic automotive craftsmanship. Each episode, filled with restoration projects and custom builds, fed the appetite for intrigue and celebrated the artistry and passion of the people behind the wrenches. This blend of genuine skill and crafted drama made viewers consistently tune in for more, whether car lovers or not. The confusion started in July 2013, when the Counting Cars Facebook page stirred up a storm among fans and viewers alike with the post caption, "Counts Kustoms has temporarily closed up shop on history after last night's season finale of Counting Cars." Fans went into a frenzy. Hundreds of comments flooded in, each echoing the fear that their beloved show might be canceled. Fans were asking questions like, "What do you mean closed up shop? Why is the show ending? What do you mean closed like in no more?" But as it turned out, the alarm was premature. The team was merely announcing a break in filming after wrapping up the second series, not a permanent shutdown. Year after year, Danny and the Counts Kustoms crew diligently churned out new episodes, keeping the spirit of Counting Cars alive. However, by the end of 2021, things seemed uncertain. The latest episode aired and silence followed. Fans were left wondering, was this the end of the road for Danny and his team? Had the events of 2020 driven the shop to closure? Or were financial troubles to blame? Or perhaps, after years of breathing new life into old machines, the crew was ready to explore new ventures separately? Turns out, there was something else instead. And although new episodes haven't graced our screens in years, history is yet to officially slam the brakes on Counting Cars. Hopefully, fans still hold out for a potential 11th season, though after 3 years of silence, it would be a delightful surprise. Venturing onto the Counts Kustoms Facebook page reveals a team still in high gear. Regular updates from meets, events, and ongoing projects flood the feed. The crew carries on with their trademark shenanigans without the camera crew, sharing snapshots of completed projects and behind-the-scenes glimpses of their craft. A virtual pit stop at their website offers a peek into their bustling world, complete with an option to tour the shop and an irresistible attraction, the Counts Kustoms Museum, nestled in the heart of Las Vegas. For fans pining for the show's revival, this museum serves as the perfect pit stop, a chance to reconnect with the team, explore their domain firsthand, and feast their eyes on some truly iconic custom creations. Consequently, Danny Coker was also featured in what could be tagged as an attempt to get back on the TV screen. He was in a show called Counts Culture, which was a short-term project. The major aim was to show viewers the challenges faced by Counts Kustoms and its crew during the wave of the pandemic that hit the world. Of course, the show was on YouTube, but it failed to garner the kind of interest that Counting Cars had aroused in viewers. Ultimately, it marked the end of reality TV time for Danny Coker and his gang of mechanics and fabricators. While Counting Cars was put on hold for reasons best known to the production team alone, Danny Coker was in the news for all the wrong reasons. Not only did he get sued in court for something completely avoidable, some said he even went to jail. Another source claimed he had died in an auto accident. Of course, this turned out to be false, but the lawsuit? He couldn't escape them. In 2021, Danny was told to serve 3 years of probation for violating a Nevada law when he went to retrieve a Cadillac for restoration. The law is that any abandoned vehicle in a tow yard would need permission from the owner, and that law was breached. Danny finally got a plea deal and some hours of community service with a fine of $25,000. However, it wasn't the first time he would be in trouble with the law. In 2018, Danny sued 2 former employees of his garage for embezzlement. He won the case then. A year before, he had also gotten in a mess with another employee named Joseph Fontiera. Joseph used to be a behind-the-scenes figure at Counting Cars, and he stirred up quite the storm in 2017 when he was accused of stealing money to the tune of $75,000 from Counts Kustoms' account and diverting it for his personal use. His accounting role allowed him to fly under the radar, and he used the shop's money to buy plane tickets and even make a down payment on a Range Rover. To make things worse, Joseph wasn't filing the shop's tax on time, and the IRS piled on the stolen funds with an $18,000 late tax charge. Danny kicked Frontiera from the show and charged him in court. Joseph only paid the tax bill before disappearing into thin air. In response, Danny sued Randstad, the recruitment company that had recommended Joseph, for failing to do a background check on him.